What's up, guys? Starting out this video right, sitting in the Civic Si. This is Dean's car. I don't know if you've ever showed you the almost dropped the camera, the inside of it, but super clean. The interior on his is a lot cleaner than mine, but just want to start this video off. As soon as Dean gets home, we're about to run to AutoZone, Advanced Auto, O'Reilly's, whoever has the stuff we need. We're gonna go ahead and get the spark plugs. We are going with laser iridium spark plugs. They're going to be the OEM ones, so made for these cars, and we are going to gap them at 0.024. I wouldn't recommend doing that for yours. I would recommend hitting up your tuner, whoever you're using, and ask them what they think you should run your spark plug gapping and all that stuff at, especially if you're boosted. Every car is different. That's what my tuner wants to do, so that's what we're gonna do, and that man is the Jesus. So aside from that, we're also going to be finally getting the Serpentine Belt we need. Hopefully they have it, because I believe we're gonna run a K24A2 Serpentine Belt. I'm not sure. I'm bringing the old one with me, so if they have one that's like around that size and the right number of ribs, we're gonna buy it. I'm also gonna see if they have any hose that I can use to replace the one underneath the intake manifold, because if I buy OEM, I gotta wait on shipping, so I'd rather just kind of see if they have the right size hose. So we're gonna try that. Not too confident on that one though, but well, look who just showed up. I'm stealing his car. This is my car now. It's mine. Look at this thing, it's mine. All right, guys, so ignore that. That was, yeah. Anyways, so as we're going through this build, we're trying to write down everything we need to do before we start the car and before we drive it. Kind of just everything like prime turbo, bleed brakes, all that stuff still needs to get done. Spark plugs and gapping, Serpentine Belt, which is not written on there. We just remembered two other things we're gonna do. We're gonna do the steering rack sensitivity relearn and the throttle body relearn, because we did change the throttle body, so we got to do that. And it's a good idea generally to relearn the steering rack whenever you unplug it for a long period of time, from what I understand. We're just going to go ahead and do it so we have a peace of mind, but just want to let you guys know we have everything written down. Also, another news, we got a vise, thank God. Yeah, it's oily. I did not expect that to be oily, but we also got something else. I think we got, oh yeah, that's it. We got lights. So for the little workbench, he already installed these. Salty, I wanted to be here for that, but whatever, that's cool. So these are the two things we picked up from Harbor Freight. We needed them, so just wanted to give you guys a little workbench update, because I'm in love with this thing. It is awesome. Hopefully sometime in the near future we can kind of get into TIG welding, so that way we don't have to wait on fabrication as often, if ever. Problem with that, it's expensive. If we're gonna do it, we want to do it right, so we'd get an expensive one. Also, we'd probably need a 220 or is it 240 volt outlet, which that's definitely not going to fly in an apartment complex garage. So what's going on? All right, just got back from old O'Reilly's, AutoZone, and then what was the other one? Advanced Auto. Yeah, I think Advanced Auto was the one that had what we needed.
We hit everybody up.
So the second place, so not O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's didn't have anything, by the way. AutoZone had the Serpentine Belt. We want the Continental because I'm not that cheap. We got it for the K24 TSX from 07 is the year I told them. So it should work because that's where the block is from. And we got laser iridium spark plugs, just like my tuner wanted. So we're gonna gap these to 0.024, I believe is what he said. And then we're gonna throw this on, and then we got this for the, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it.
That shit ain't gonna fit.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
it's too small. We should have went with our gut, dude. I don't know, what if we lube it? Well, we got this for the little coolant hose down here, but it might not fit. So I mean, we'll try it still just to see, but we might be SOL on that front. But whatever, I'm not too worried about that. That was like $3. I am worried about these two things. So we're probably gonna start with the Serpentine Belt first, and then we'll get to the spark plugs. All right, well, we fucked up. Wrong belt. We gotta... Yeah, you did. You didn't say nothing.
I don't fucking know.
Whatever. So if you have a K24, K20, don't get the K24. I figured that because none of this stuff was attached to the head, that the K24 belt would work fine. But obviously I should have Googled it, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure we have to just get. I know that on the forums they have the Gates part number, so I'm just gonna order that one. Hopefully they'll take the belt back. It's like a $40 belt, but if not, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, that was a fail. So now we're gonna do the spark plugs, which I know will not be a fail because we definitely have the right ones. So I need to go grab the anti-seize. But we're gonna get started on that. We're gonna gap them real quick and then we'll throw them in the car. Well, we'll also get to see how gnarly my old ones are because they're pretty old.
Yeah.
So we're gapping them. They come stock at like 0.04, too wide because we're trying to gap some fools. So obviously we got to go lower. And this is how we do it. That was very hard. But yeah, you get the general idea. We're gonna do that for all four. We just finished one. Oh, all right, well, we're taking the last spark plug out. We installed these probably when this car was at around 134,000 miles. It's only at like 155,000, I think. So actually,
What?
no, because when I bought this car, it had the K20 in it. Maybe my guy might have swapped over the spark plugs.
I'd imagine they look really good for.
Or maybe we did it after they did the swap.
I don't
remember. Either way, the spark plugs look great. So that's good news. That means my motor's probably pretty healthy right now. The only thing that didn't look all that great was one of the coil packs. No, one of the coil packs looked brand new. The other three have like a little brown.
I think you sold the other ones, didn't you?
Those weren't OEM though. That's why I sold them.
Oh, okay. They were the aftermarket.
And here's the last one. Oh, this one's got some fucking
little bit of oil on it.
Yeah. Or that's gas.
Maybe. Who knows?
It smells like gas and oil. Either way. It still doesn't look that bad. Like none of them are burnt out.
I'd like to compression test your motor.
Alright. We're starting to install the new spark plugs. So we've determined that this one had fuel all over it. Don't know what would cause that. Dean says it might be a leaky injector. The injectors I used to have in this were pretty sketchy. The car actually had trouble starting up sometimes because I'm pretty sure one of them was either sticking or just not flowing as good as the others. So, and yeah, so I mean, I don't know. We're just gonna install new spark plugs and send it. So that's exactly what we're doing. Meanwhile, I sent the picture of the old ones to my tuner. Hopefully he can shed some light. And maybe put my troubled mind at ease, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully there's nothing to worry about.
I mean, you gotta think, where else is fuel coming from?
Yeah.
Nowhere, just the injectors. So I mean,
it did smell like fuel, not oil, so I don't think
it wasn't oil, it was straight up fuel.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's good news. I think this motor's still pretty, I know the block is healthy, the head, not so sure, but it's probably aight.
Well, your head's built, right?
Yeah, but it's been a while. Ooh, Zach messaged me back. Let's see what he has to say. Says the electrode looks fine though, was it slightly loose?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, spark plugs I usually just do a quarter turn.
I mean, Honda motors, honestly, you don't even need to use a torque wrench unless you want your
Unless it's a head gasket or flywheel bolts. Nah.
It'll be alright.
Even the oil pressure sensor doesn't have a torque spec. You're just supposed to do it a quarter turn after it's hand tight.
That's what it says?
Yeah. And
Really?
I had to go a little bit over that to get the feed line to line up, but whatever, it's fine. The block didn't crack, so I don't care.
This looks like the wrap that they use like on space shuttles, dude. You know,
Yeah,
like...
except it's way shittier. And it's
I know, but it looks space grade.
So that you can approve.
You complain about me over tightening shit, and then you want me to check the tightening.
Well, it's because these are crush washers. That's weird. I'm just going like a half turn past hand tight. Come on, bitch. The thing in there.
Drop my thing.
Oh, also we couldn't find the spark plug anti-seize, so I mean we didn't use that last time, so it's fine. Well, all of them felt like a little bit different, like with how they tightened, so I would rather be careful than, you know, break a spark plug in the head.
Trust the process, dude.
What process, Dean? The process of not using torque?
That's good.
Cool. All right. Spark plugs installed. All right, so for the plugs, they're installed now. We used a little bit of dielectric grease or silicone paste just to lube them up a little bit. We massaged them in, helps them last a little bit longer. And excuse me while I put this lid on real quick. Cool. So yeah, plugs are installed. Just gotta put the wiring harness back in. They're all gapped to what my tuner wanted, and we'll put the little plastic cover back on. And yeah, we should be good. I'm a little bit salty about that Serpentine Belt still, so now I'm in a bad mood.
What are you in a bad mood about?
The Serpentine Belt. They better take it back. Oh. All right, spark plugs are installed. Everything's back together. That is one more thing that we can cross off our little list here. One less thing to worry about. I still need to go buy oil and stuff because there's no oil in the car either. Let's see. Serpentine belt's got to stay. That sucks.
You shoot out the learning process of it?
It's already there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Still got a lot of like little things we got to buy. So I ordered the battery relocation tray from DC5 Creations, which is going to put the battery right in here. I took out the window washer tank because I don't ever use it anyways. So hopefully that doesn't throw like a check engine light or whatever, but actually I think it'll make the windshield washer little light come on, but I'll pull that little bulb out of the cluster. I don't care. So yeah, that's ordered. It's already shipped. The intercooler still hasn't shipped yet. It's being built. So the only like big thing left to buy from like a parts place is the boost gauge. Gonna wait on that. Probably next week, probably order that. And then after that, it's pretty much the only thing I'm going to be buying is fabrication stuff. I still need to get an upper radiator hose because I sold my cold air intake, which needed that radiator hose, so that's gone. So I'm going to have to get one of those. It's just little things like that, you know. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Check it out. Super excited. So it's a Tuesday, I think. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Tuesday. So I'm on night shift. So unfortunately, I won't be able to stay here to get any more work done today. But this weekend, we should be able to install this permanently at the very least. And maybe the wastegate. Everything's still covered in tape, but I just wanted to show you the welds from the fabricator. Absolutely gorgeous. They added this little pipe. I'm hoping that this doesn't hit anything over here, which it doesn't look like it will. Might have to move these lines around a bit, but man, the welds are absolutely gorgeous. Everything is done beautifully. I was at work pretty late last night, so I have to go back in here pretty soon. So unfortunately, I won't be able to stay here to get anything else done, but just want to say we got everything back in the fab. The only thing, he still has the downpipe because he had to order the right flange that mates up with the turbo. So we don't have that yet, but we have everything else, and this is awesome. This is great news. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all the tape off this stuff and see if I can show you a little bit more. All right, well, I'm not really gonna bother to mess with the turbo now. You guys have already seen that. But go ahead and pop this little flange off. Oh, I thought it would come off the rest of the way, but it wouldn't. But either way, I'm just gonna show you the wastegate. Here it is. It's tile MVG, or MVR, my bad. Where's it at? It says it somewhere. Yeah, MVR. So I don't know what springs in there, but that's okay because I got the box here. Came with a bunch of springs, some stuff for the dump tube, which we have to do. Bunch of little things. Never really went through all this stuff, but you get the idea. But anyways, this is a 44 mil wastegate, and I believe he took the spring out of it. Yeah, he took the spring out, so that's cool. We got to reinstall that. But yeah, unfortunately I had to get red. There's no there was no other color that would get to me anytime soon. I would have just now been getting the wastegate had I went with black like I wanted to. But here it is. So for now, what we're probably gonna do is just have a dump tube coming out of this, venting it to atmosphere. Can't really, unfortunately, if I wanted to have this go back into the downpipe, it would cost quite a bit and take more time. It wouldn't cost that much, but you know, time is precious. We have several events and shows we're trying to go to, so we need this car done in the next like 2 months. So my original goal was to have it finished by April, so I think that's still doable. We're still waiting on the intercooler, by the way. That hasn't shipped yet, but once we get that intercooler in, we're gonna probably end up taking the whole car back to my fabricator so that we can knock out the intercooler piping and possibly the dump tube for this as well. We'll see. But yeah, just want to show you guys, I'm extremely pleased. The hole here is also bored out to 44 mil, so it all matches. It should all flow very well, or at least as well as it can. But yeah, anyways, I have to go to work, unfortunately, because trust me, nothing I'd rather do than sit here and tinker with this, but we gotta wait, man. It's being an adult, unfortunately. But yeah, I will see you guys this weekend. This should all be one video, so should be a pretty awesome video. Catch y'all later. Just want y'all to know how much I love you. I left work like a shitbag to be here so we could test fit this because it needs to get test fitted. So we're gonna test fit this, and then I'm gonna show you what's in the box, but we're gonna save what's in this box for the next video. I just want to show you guys what it is though. But yep, I have no idea how long this next one's gonna be, but we're gonna throw this in here. I want to test fit it. I want to make sure that wastegate isn't gonna like hit the side of the head. I don't think it will, but you never know. And yeah, so right now we're just hitting the wastegate on here. The clamp, we're figuring out the little nut and bolt situation.
I think they're some type of lock nut because they're not going on easy.
Yeah, it's probably got a Teflon inside the threads.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Anyways, enough jibber jabber. We're gonna get this done, and I'll start filming again when we throw in the car. All right, here's where we're at. You can't see it, but we ran into one tiny little issue, which frankly isn't a huge deal, but let me get this turbo off and then I'll be back. All right, so the wastegate hits the shifter bracket. So we have a couple of options here. I can take this back to Briggs, have him shorten this to bring the wastegate up, or we could just take the Dremel and notch this. Please don't scratch my brand new wastegate. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we were able to just pull this out, so that was a problem. The only other issue is this wastegate. I know it gets very hot and it's literally on the shifter cables. Like it's not touching, but it's about a couple centimeters off. So I'm thinking definitely the proper way would be to just shorten this.
Like an inch at least.
Yeah, like all the way, honestly. Well, not all the way, but like.
The ones I've seen, they're like up to the base almost.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know what we're gonna do yet. But anyways, that's how it all fits. Just wanted to show you guys that. It's always going to be one issue after the other. What would you do in this situation?
Well, I wouldn't have turboed a K24, K20 build.
Shut up.
No, you're going to have to get it shortened, I think. I mean, we could cut that, but still, you're basically rubbing on, you're on the shifter cable here. That's no bueno. You're going to have to get it shortened. Looks
like back to the fab shop it goes. Oh well.
Yeah.
All right, before we move on to anything else, I want to show you guys what's in this box here. This is the battery box from DC5 Creations. So I also got the wiring kit, so positive and negative. And this is the actual tray. And this is just simply going to mount up in here somewhere. We have to get these wires out of the way, but it's gonna basically kind of go like that. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna be like in here.
Get the drill?
No, there's I think, I don't know.
There's something right
Yeah,
there.
probably. We haven't really lined anything up yet, but I just got that today. We also ordered the boost gauge, so that is on its way. That will be here next week. We can go ahead and wire that up and everything. But yeah, this is gonna have to get fixed, unfortunately. I was worried about it hitting the head or the valve cover, like way over here. Because I was off the car, you know, you can't really like visualize that stuff. But yeah, this is a little bit too janky for me. I really want to just send it. But I know those cables will not last long, and new cables are not cheap. So anyways, this will be the end of this video. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to shoot us some advice during this build, let us know.
Please.
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Don't worry, we got stuff coming in. We'll find things to do. But yeah, thanks for watching.